So I'm going to show you some of the equipment that comes in the hothead torch, the kits. So this is the hothead torch itself. So this is made in America. This is a brilliant introduction to bead making, economy end of the market. So it's a single fuel torch. It runs off mapp gas or propane, which we can talk about later. But it's an on-off torch. You put it on the propane cylinder or the mapp gas cylinder and you turn it on and away you go. We'll show you later in the video. So that's the torch. Also in the kit you'll end up with at least a kilo of glass rods. Now these are assorted colours, usually about 5mm diameter. These are Fetra, so they're all from Italy. And you've got mixed transparents and mixed opaques, about 50-55 rods of each. If we work on the principle of about 10 beads coming from each rod, that means you've got enough glass for your first 500-600 beads. You can see a fantastic range of colours there, so you've got loads of glass to do loads of decoration. So this is the range of colours that come with the glass rods, 50 to 60 different colours, all individual and all labelled with code numbers so you know what you're buying. Your safety glasses are quite an important feature. So you'll see in the video later when you're working you get quite a strong yellow glare from the flame. That can be quite dangerous in the long run, so this eliminates the glare. They're not like welding glasses and they're certainly not like sunglasses, so it's worth investing in a good pair of safety glasses. So they come in one of the kits as well. We've got mashers. Whenever you need to flatten a bead, turn it into a coin shape, or flatten the sides to turn it into a square shape, we use mashers for that. Now the mapp gas cylinder that you start with, you can get from local DIY stores or plumbing centres. It can be still on its end, it can be a little bit wobbly sometimes, so we always advise to pick up one of these base stands for it, we get from us, and it just pushes into the base there. You've got 24 mandrels. These are all mixed sizes and mixed diameters and lengths. So the mandrel, we make the bead on the mandrel, and this dictates how big the hole will be in the bead. So these are stainless steel, treated and cleaned at the ends. So you get 24 mixed ones of those. And once you make a bead, you take the bead off the mandrel, clean it up and use it again. So you've got enough beads there to keep making hundreds and hundreds of beads. So when you're making beads, rather than make it on the directly on the mandrel, you put what's called bead release on first. And so this is your bead release here. And so you always shake this up and then dip your mandrel in, let it dry for a couple of seconds. We've got various tools for shaping. So this is a marver, and the marver here has a sort of ridge side, so you can roll a bead over and pick up a rope effect twists, or you've got a flat side, and with the flat side you can just roll it again to get flat beads, cone-shaped beads, bicones. You've got a graphite marver, and the graphite marver is great again because this you can work within the flame because graphite isn't affected by the flame, and so again for paddling the side of the beads and smoothing sides of beads. Got stainless steel tweezers, so for picking pieces up, so millefiori, silver foil, silver leaf. You can pick these up with the tweezers and add them to the beads, and also if the bead's too big, take glass off the beads with the tweezers. Got a rod rest, stainless steel rod rest. This is ideal for putting down on the side of your workstation, and then as you finish with glass rods, when they're heated up, pop the rods on the end here, and so you can put them to one side, and they're nice and safe, and the hot ends, sorry, are away from you. Millefiori chips are a little decorating item again from Fetra in Italy, and these are like little chips of say candy cane, and you can put these on the bead, use the flame to melt them in, smooth them over, and it exaggerates and sort of expands out into flower heads. We've got a stand unit, which if you're not using the stand on the hothead can and you want to use it more of a permanent solution, this is a stainless steel bracket for your hothead, so you can see the stainless steel there. This side's just a protection, so when you get it there you peel this back. And here you've got a Jubilee clip. Mount this on your worktop, on the end like a bookend, and then the mapp gas cylinder will just slide inside the Jubilee clip, like so. Tighten the Jubilee clip up, and then obviously attach the hothead torch to the top. So when we cool beads, you don't want the glass to cool down too quickly, otherwise the beads will crack. So this is what we call cooling blanket. And the cooling blanket can be folded over to form a little envelope, and then as your bead comes out the flame on the mandrel, so one mandrel at a time, with the bead on, we can pop it within the cooling blanket, just hold it down to begin with, with say a tin of beans or something, because when it's new it's quite springy, but leave it there for about 20 minutes, and when it's cooled down nice and cold, it'll stop the beads cracking. Alternative to the cooling blanket, we have what's called cooling bubbles, and the bubbles are here, so it's very fine silica bubbles, and this is again a cooling agent, but this is slightly better than the blanket. The blanket takes about 20 minutes to cool the beads down, bubbles takes around about sort of 30 to 40 minutes, and so again you can make bigger beads, less chance of them cracking. Get yourself a tray, get yourself an old baking tray or something, and you get 2 litres of bubbles. Just pop them in there and just pop the beads in when you finish making them, and leave them for the 30-40 minutes, and that will stop them cracking. So, and the final little item is that when your beads come off the mandrels, which we'll show you later, you've got a cleaning tool. And so you, as you imagine, you get old bead release within the bead itself, within the hole. And so to clean that out, you fix up the diamond reamer, and then always wet the bead and always wet the diamond, because then it lasts an awful lot longer. And just use the reamer here to go in and out of the bead to clean the old bead release out, and that gives it a nice finish. So these are all the equipment that you can get in your kit, and the extra bits that you can add to your kit, and now we'll show you exactly how we can make beads with them.